Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday. And I am your hostess with the mostest, Shy Rosalind. Welcome to Friday Night Funny News, part of the Eclectic Experience. I am glad you all are here. If you're here live or if you're listening in the replay, welcome, 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 welcome. And thank you to my new subscribers. I got a bunch of new subscribers this week. Thank you all for joining the fun. And likes are free. Comments are always welcome. That little like button, yeah, it does help me get into that algorithm theory thingy. So if you would be so inclined to hit that like button, that would be great. You can follow me on Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook. I do have a Twitter account, but I don't use it that often because so, you know, your best bet is Instagram or Facebook. And yes, I'm going to show my fair use notice one more time. I am not using any clips tonight, but I'm posting a fair use notice anyway. So, anyhow, welcome to Friday Night News. I wasn't planning on doing this tonight, but so much stuff has been going on in these YouTube streets. I decided to do a bonus episode because I was supposed to be off this weekend. So, anyhow, let's get started. I won't keep y'all too long because I know it's Friday night and it's cold out there. And I would much rather be snuggled up under my covers and under my comforter. So, anyhow, so much has been going on these YouTube streets, and I just want to talk about them, a couple of them, because it's just been so funny. So let's bring up our first chuckle of the night. It's almost a chuckle of the week. Our dear friend, Pastor Bishop Lamar Whitehead, the Bishop of Bling, or the Bling Bishop, or the Gucci preacher, who was preaching in a party rental space. But anyhow, as some of you may know, he was robbed at gunpoint during a church service a couple of months ago. There were two gentlemen were subsequently arrested, charged with the robbery, and now the good bishop has also been arrested by the FBI. He is currently out on bail. He is facing 2 counts of wire fraud, 1 count of extortion, and another for making false statements for crimes allegedly committed against one of his parishioners and a businessman. Whitehead, known for his expensive clothes, cars, and other flashy displays of wealth, leads the Leaders of Tomorrow International Church in New York City. We'll see how long that lasts. In July, Whitehead and his wife were robbed of $1 million in jewelry after armed gunmen entered their church. The church is actually a rental space. It's not a church. Just saying. People criticized Whitehead for his luxurious lifestyle following the incident. Others even questioned whether the robbery was real. 2 men were later arrested for the robbery. We'll see what happens with that. That is an ongoing case. Following news of the federal charges brought against him, Whitehead claimed his innocence in a 15-minute long Instagram video posted on Tuesday. I have seen some reactions to that video. I haven't watched the whole thing myself. In the video, Whitehead sits in front of 2 smiling portraits of himself. Okay, humble much? And says the bishop is not guilty, and the bishop, he can't call himself by his name, and I'm going to fight it. I have the right legal team, and more importantly, I have God. Well, basically, prosecutors have alleged Whitehead used threats and lies to get money from individuals, which he then spent on luxury items for himself. In April of 2020 until around July of 2021, Whitehead allegedly convinced one of his parishioners to invest approximately $90,000 of her retirement savings. This was done with the promise that the bishop would help her find a home and use some of the money to invest in his real estate business. Instead, Whitehead used the money for himself, according to the indictment against him. Now, what I find interesting, and um, I'm not going to say the name of the person, but someone interviewed an attorney a few months back. The attorney was supposedly helping the woman that that the bishop took the $90,000 from, and it turns out this same gentleman is supposedly on Bishop Whitehead's new legal team for these federal charges. So, very interesting indeed. I just hope the lady gets some money back. That's all I'm hoping for. So, yeah, once again, another round of clowning the bishop. And we'll see what happens. Of course, we have to see how it goes. Is innocent till proven guilty and all that stuff. But it was not a good week for the good bishop. And once again, he is the laughing stock of YouTube and Instagram. So we will see how that goes, folks. But he, oh, the bishop, my. That's all I can say. But there is one other who has almost topped the bishop for funny news of the week. And I'm going to show you who in just a moment. Give me 1 second. I'm going to clear the screen out. And yes, you are watching, listening to the Eclectic Experience. I am your hostess with the mostest. I'm Shy Rosalind. Um, and we are doing a quick Friday night news because there's just so much going on in these YouTube streets. And let us share our next laughing stock of the week. This news hit approximately the beginning of this week or the end towards the end of last week. Um, this gentleman is Derrek Jaxson. Derrek Jaxson is, I believe he still is a relationship guru, one of those guys that tells women what to do and what not to do, and all that good stuff. I'm going to move away from the clip. So, Derrek Jaxson, about a year ago, he was caught cheating on his wife. And there was a big hullabaloo and brouhaha about it. And he went on Instagram with his wife and confessed his sins and all that stuff. And let's see, this isn't coming up. So he basically confessed this, that, and the other, and basically said, yeah, we're gonna work it out. His wife didn't say too much. She made her own statement after that first go round, and it's been a year, and once again, he has been caught cheating. There were pictures of him with the woman he is supposedly having a relationship with, posted it all over Instagram, and there is a video floating around out there of this new lady in his life taunting his wife. Now, another YouTuber discussed that the wife had filed for divorce first, but I believe this was a couple of years ago, because they are now saying that Derrek Jaxson is actually filing and not his wife. So, he posted the statement saying that it's been a difficult decision, and we are trying to do the best we can to continue to give our children a good home, and this, that, and the other thing, and to make sure that both parents are right, um he basically said he filed for divorce. Okay. So everyone's, once again, there's a lot of hullabaloo, and oh boy, he did it again, and he's cheating again, and what's up with this guy, and yada yada yada. Of course, um the folks on the manosphere side are like, yeah, his look how frumpy his wife is, and she doesn't even wear makeup, she's not trying to dress, and this is why he's leaving her. I call bull crap. His wife was actually a very pretty woman. There are pictures of her before, mm, excuse me, before all this crap started, and she was actually looking quite nice. Now, what's happened to her since then is, it's what's happened has happened, but that's not true. And I find it interesting that these manosphere guys, they want their women to be, this is the last time he got caught, and people saying, oh, he women should be modest, and women should be covered up anyway, and women should be modest, and women should be covered up, and women shouldn't be showing themselves, and da 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 da. And here it is, this man is married to a woman who is dressed modestly and basically covered herself up, and they're calling her frumpy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a video on this manosphere stuff, because you guys can't make up your minds. You don't know what you want. You say you want something, but you really don't. But here's the kicker. This time around, Mrs. Jackson, or the soon to be ex Mrs. Jackson, lost her mind. She went on Instagram and basically spoke a curse on everybody. Sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze. Spoke a curse on anybody and everybody who's talking about them. She basically wished death on anyone who talks about her or him, and anyone who's claiming that she's got some kind of mental illness. But you throwing out a curse on people doesn't exactly help dispel the notion that something's wrong. Just saying. Um, I'm not gonna play the clip because I frankly, I don't want to spread any curses around. It's out there. Y'all can look it up. Derrek Jaxson curses. That's all you need to type in, and the clip will pop up, and you can hear it for yourself. But yeah, she's lost her mind completely, and the thing is, people are actually sympathizing with her. They're sympathizing with her. They hope things go right for her, and she's well, yeah. So the Derrek Jaxson thing was a runner up for YouTube Street Foolishness of the Week. So, and like I said, it's all over the place. Y'all can look up the clips and stuff yourself. Um, I don't know why that's there. Okay, so moving on to our next and and final um YouTube foolishness for the week. I'm gonna stop sharing this and come on, come on. Okay. The gift that keeps on giving. Dr. Umar is kind of back in the news on these YouTube streets. Um, he was on the Breakfast Club. They had him back on about a week or so ago. Everybody was speculating as to whether he would appear on the Breakfast Club because there have been a lot of questions about the academy that he is supposedly building. Um, he is supposedly building an academy. First, he's gone back and forth between saying whether or not it's going to be co-ed. At the moment, he's saying it's for boys only. Um, he has purchased two buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. Both buildings are were named according to the FDA report. They were suggested that they be torn down because the land they sit upon was once a chemical plant and they're not sure what's underneath the foundation. He has bought the two buildings that are next to the Boys and Girls Club in that area, and he bought the buildings over 10 years ago, and there's been two block parties, two signs, some paint, some cleaning. He did purchase an HVAC unit. Have no idea if it's working or if it's been properly installed. Um, if anyone knows how to look up permits, because some of the things that he's purchased require permits. If anyone knows how to look that up and find out if he actually has permits for the reconstruction, let me know. What else with him? He's been raising money for over 10 years. Um, the last report I heard, he's still behind in property taxes, have not been paid up yet. Um, the windows are still boarded up, and the boards that the windows are boarded up with have mold on them. Um, so he was on the Breakfast Club, and he said that they he plans to have the school open by February 2023. He plans to have a grand opening for donors only. So if you have not sent him any kind of donation, um, and your name's not on the list, you will not be able to see the school. Interesting. So it will be curious to see if he truly does open the school. If the school is open, how many classrooms are truly ready? I know there was some work done in one of the gymnasiums, but that was a while ago. So it will be curious to see how open the school is and um, how much has truly been fixed and rebuilt and repaired. So in the meantime, Dr. Umar is on Twitter, making posts, request, asking for donations for the. Um, actually, he changed the name at one point. It's supposed to be the FDMG Academy, and then he said at one point he made a post on Instagram, and he called it the Africanization Academy. So I'm not sure. He has made posts where he talks about the opening, but it's only for if you have not donated, you will not be allowed in to the school. Um, and I'm guessing it's going to be a soft opening. It's not going to be a true opening. There's no word of any faculty that have been hired. Um, Not sure of anything if the school's been accredited yet. So all of that, take anything this man says with a grain of salt, several grains of salt. Um, I cannot wait for Lennon Honor to come back and do some stuff and catch us up on what's going on with Dr. Umar because again, if he doesn't open in February, he's going to be up for the Laughing Stock of the Year award again. So, um yeah. So we have Dr. Umar, we have we have the good bishop and Derrek Jaxson. So those three were the hot topics on the YouTube streets. I'm sure there's more out there. I just haven't found it yet, but that's okay. Um, so that's my funny news for tonight. I'll keep an eye on what's going on, and I will post updates as we go along. Once again, you've been watching the Eclectic Experience. I have been your hostess with the mostest, Shy Rosalind. I appreciate everyone that tuned in tonight. Um, and those watching on the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, please like and subscribe if you're so inclined. Like button is free and it helps me out a lot. Questions are always welcome. You can post your comment, and you can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Um, so tomorrow, no beat in chat, no beat in chat next week either for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve, nope. So I will be back with beat in chat after the holidays. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas and a great new year. I might be back next Friday if if any more crap hits the fan. I'll be around. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful night, and I will catch you all on the next one.